wanted to just take a moment and reflect on pretty much my favorite person in the world, and that is Ellen DeGeneres. I have been watching her show for pretty much since it started. I'd say about 9 years. I guess they're in their 10th season, so maybe I wasn't like quite there when it started, but I've always followed her. I've always loved her. She's always made me laugh without fail, no matter what I was going through, with just any kind of hardship I was going through. I've always known that all I need to do is watch a little bit of Ellen DeGeneres and just see her demeanor and hear her jokes and her wit, and it would brighten my day, and it always has, and I absolutely adore her. Her core beliefs are kindness and love and equality and justice and just so many things that hold true to my own values. And I mean, how could you not love Ellen? And she's been working with JCPenney's because they also follow those core beliefs and they don't discriminate against their customers or their employees, and they're wonderful company. So when I found out that they chose Ellen as their face, as their spokesperson, I gained a lot of respect for JCPenney, because anybody who affiliates themselves with Ellen, anybody who's friends with Ellen, to me has to be a really good person and has to be a really good company, corporation, which there aren't too many corporations that are good. Good move, JCPenney. Ellen DeGeneres is amazing, so good job. I just wanted to reflect on it. I turned 23. I'm a singer, songwriter. I'm working on my EP right now and writing a book, as I mentioned, and just juggling a slew of things that I need to get done to accomplish my dreams, and I'm determined, I'm steadfast and driven, and I will not budge. I will not be deterred from my goals. I did actually meet Ellen very briefly when she was in Minneapolis. It was last year on August 9th, I believe, by the Mary Tyler Moore statue in Minneapolis, and I rushed with everything that I could gather, and I put a little package together, hand wrote her a letter, and had some little gifts that I put together that featured some of Jacob Alexander's artwork, mixed media artist and body painter. Included a DVD copy of All Over the Walls, a Blue Bridge Media Group documentary that Jacob starred in as one of the primary artists, about when he opened and ran a gallery in downtown Minneapolis. I was extremely excited, and I was like the 5th person at the statue waiting for her. She came out by the Macy's, by IDS Tower in downtown Minneapolis, for those of you who are aware, Mary Tyler Moore statue, and she came out. I was like the 5th person there, and by the time it drew nearer to when she was going to be coming out, the streets just swarmed. There must have been at least 1,000 people in the radius of a couple of blocks. I mean, people were just everywhere and shouting her name, and they were singing the Mary Tyler Moore song with her, and I was blessed enough that I was able, not directly, but I handed it to somebody and begged them. I said, please get this to Ellen, because I couldn't reach her, because of course there was a mob of people. One woman that I was talking with, she was like the 3rd person there, and I was the 5th person there. One woman had knitted her a scarf while she was waiting, and her child was at the Ronald McDonald House, and she was a very nice lady and loved Ellen as well for her inspiration and uplifting demeanor and just everything about her, the essence of who she is and what she stands for. And so I cannot explain how overjoyed I was that I had been there on that day and given somebody who has brought so much joy into my life that I was able to give her something. I told her about our past couple of years and just thanking her for inspiring, because without people like her, I don't know how I myself, and probably many other people out there, I don't know how they would, manage to get by when you don't really have a lot of people who understand or even care, for that matter, about what you're going through. Because some people get so self-absorbed in their own little world, they don't even stop to think about how their words or actions affect other people, because they're just focused on their little box and their little world. So it means a lot to have people like Ellen out there that provide that kind of comic relief, as laughter is the best medicine, and I've just always loved her. I mean, I cried tears of joy. That was like one of the best days in my life, and I could see myself on the news later that day in the crowd of people that were there for her, and I was like, hey, look, it's me, and I got her that package right there that I'm waving in the crowd, and I was just overjoyed. It was such a wonderful, wonderful moment. It was just crazy, because I'd been having dreams of meeting her, and I still do quite often, and she's just very, very down to earth, and I know that she's like that in real life too, so I really look forward to one of those dreams coming true.